Hi guys, we are going to start our unit on geometry, which is Unit 8 in your math book, with the last few weeks that we have before school's officially out for summer. On page 273, it starts with lesson 8-1, and it's talking about the difference between points, lines, and line segments. And later on in the unit, you'll end up using points, lines, and line segments to make different geometric shapes. So a point is basically represented by a dot, and it's always named. When it says names, it doesn't mean like people names, it means like a letter. Letter X, for instance, is point X. A line is a straight path that goes on forever in both directions. When you draw a line, you put arrows at each end to show that the line continues forever and ever. They are named by 2 points anywhere on the line. So there's AB, this one's line GK, and this one is line PN. They can go any direction, and they go on forever and ever in both directions. A line segment is a part of a line. It has 2 endpoints. So the endpoints are where it's a stop. So RS can start at R and go to S, or start at S and go to R. It doesn't matter which end is the start and which one is the finish, but a segment is always a section of a line, so it always has 2 endpoints. The tricky part with this geometry unit is that there's a lot of vocabulary that you're going to need to know, and you're not going to have access to the tools that we would be using in class, like protractors. On the next page, page 274, there's a discussion of how to draw points, rays, and angles. And an angle is formed when 2 rays share an endpoint. So a ray is like A, B here. It starts at point B and goes in the direction of point A. There's another ray that starts at point B and goes in the direction of point C. And rays have 1 endpoint, but they go on forever and ever in one of their directions. And when you put rays together at their vertex, then you have angles. Angles are all different sizes. Acute angles are small, less than 90 degrees, kind of like they're little and cute. A right angle is where you will see a square corner in doors and windows, for instance, that is always exactly 90 degrees. And obtuse angles are all larger than 90 degrees. So again, that's already a lot of vocabulary, and we're only on the 3rd page. So make sure that when you do these assignments, you kind of think about, keep in the back of your mind what these names mean, because then we'll be making them into triangles later, and the names will come into play there too. All right. So on page 276, it's asking you to name the angles by using the letters, and you always use the vertex as like the middle name. So this could be FGH or HGF, but it cannot start with G because you don't have a connection between H and F unless you go through G.